Hi guys, thank you for tuning into my channel. Today is called You Work What You Got, because not every day do we, are we blessed with things that are in front of us, but you know what? Just take it as whatever life gives you, So, yes, I do have two channels. This is one of my channel. I just decided to start to do a mukbang. Just kind of talk about life, questions that you guys have that I'm willing to answer, or just random topics, that comes and whatever comes into my mind. So yeah, and this my second channel is called You Work What You Got Couponing, because I love awesome deals. It basically is a way to also cope with my stress. Sometimes when you're having, it's like a therapeutic thing you do. It's kind of like a side hobby too. So yeah, so what I got in front of me today, sorry for some of the missing nails. I'm gonna get them done, but I haven't decided when. I have some yummy kimchi that I got at the Chicago Niles H Mark. So super excited. I do have a video of that as well. I'll try to link that below so you guys could go ahead and click on that and see that. I also have some rice. As you can see, I was running out, so this is all I could grab out of it. I have some noodles in front of me, and I have some boiled egg, which the boiled egg is kind of sad because it's I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a sad egg. Ooh. Like there's something on it. Okay, anyway, without further ado, today I'm just gonna talk about some random topics with you guys about like how do I cope with stress, or I have it listed right here or on my iPad. So yeah, how can you accomplish your goals, etc. Just random topics that I would like to get in with you guys. And if you could relate, awesome. Go ahead, you guys, pause for a moment, like, subscribe, and even comment below while you're watching this. If you can relate to me in any sense of way, that's what I want to feel. I want to feel like what you're feeling. I want to be touched about like things that you could talk about, you can open, because to be honest with you, it was hard for me to actually open up to people. I was actually a shy person for the absolute longest, but I think I am who I am today is because also my dad pushed me to be who I am as well, and I'm glad that he did, because if he didn't, I wouldn't be who I am today. I did, that was just basically my childhood. Maybe that's for another video or something. So yeah, let me kind of get into it. I am hungry, so again, look how sad my egg looks. It's already kind of busted, but it's okay. It's okay. Let's try out some kimchi here. As you guys, like I said, I love me some kimchi. Put my napkin right there for now. Oh. I'm eating because I am hungry. Okay, so how can you accomplish your goals? So my biggest goal yet is getting my bachelor degrees. To be honest with you, it was a struggle through it all. I'm not someone who is fortunate with tuition. I literally had to pay majority of it out of my own pocket, or help with like student loans. And you know what? Many people, whoever is watching this, you know what I mean when you said, if you don't have tuition to help, there's those student loans that will help, or financial aid, whatever it could be. Guys, it was tough going to college, you know, going into a 4-year university. I was the first one out of all of my siblings to go. And I'm really proud of myself that I did, because it's a challenge for me, and I'm always a person who loves to always tackle challenges. If I know I can't do it, I'll let you know, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give up, you know. There's many moments where I was just like, I don't think I could do this anymore. I literally want to take off like a whole semester and call it quits, because that was just how stressful it was. That was just how, like, all the burden that I was feeling, all the stress, everything, thinking like you won't pass. Because I was taking up to, like, I think you could do like 18 credits or something like that. There was like 2 or 3 semesters that I was really hustling with those, and I was doing like 18 credits, and I'm not perfect, you know. Some of those classes, like, especially when you get into your advanced classes, like when it was like your mediocres or your little beginner classes, you know, those you can fly by those like super quick, but when it starts to come to your like intermediate, sometimes building up to your advanced classes, those were the tough ones. I'm glad I have family, I have friends who motivated me, who helped me, and my professors. Without them and my parents, I wouldn't be where I am today too. So, or I wouldn't be able to finish without them to tell me to keep going. There was multiple times where my husband would be like, hey, you know, if you don't think that you could do it, you know, you don't have to. I support your every decision. I wish you could just give me more of a boost sometimes and say, hey, don't, you know, you work so hard for it, go for it, just shoot for, just continue going. There was times where I feel like I just couldn't do it anymore, guys. So, you know, I think the best thing to really accomplish your goal is keep going. Don't back down, because when you back down, you take like a semester or 2 off, you will literally feel like you're like, school isn't for me, or I don't want to continue anymore. And that happens with a lot of folks that I've met before. And you know what, you know, school is not for everyone, but if you are a determined person, don't stop. It really truly motivates you when you keep going, when you keep pushing yourself. And that's the most beneficial thing that could ever happen. Okay, so yes, so going back, you know, if you want to accomplish your goals, keep striving. Don't ever like stop. Just keep going. I know you're close to that finish line. That's what I was thinking to myself the whole entire time. I told myself, you know, the finish line is right there. Don't stop. Because if you stop, you're going to be very far back, and you're going to feel very guilty of having it. At least I would feel guilty for myself, like, I already made it this far. Why am I holding back? You know, like, keep pushing. You know, if there's no one else to motivate you, you know, I'm here to help motivate you. I encourage you that you should not stop. You should keep going, because you know, life is too short sometimes, and the things that you accomplish, there was one thing that I've always taken from many elders that have told me before, you know, you don't want to be working at, you know, it's kind of hard to mention it, actually. You know, these elders, they will tell you, like, you want to have a professional job. You want to be able to, you know, work at a desk and have your own hours, or, you know, don't work so hard for so little, you guys. Like, that was something that they've always mentioned for me. Like, don't get me wrong, you do what you gotta do to provide for your family. You do what you gotta do for life. I understand. I see that. But this is for you. You know, and sometimes you do need some self-love. So yeah, think of it, that finish line is right there. Do not give up whatsoever. That finish line is right there for you, so you can cross. It's never gonna go away unless you think it is. The farther you push back, the further you stop. So guess what? It's still there. So think of it like that. Next question. How do I cope with stress? So lately, I just had an incident, a very sad incident happened to me. Still in very disbelief. I thought about it every day. I cried about it every day. I just, instead of like curling up into a ball and crying about it, I have this hobby that I'm glad that it helped me through the pandemic, that I learned while I was at home. Because once the pandemic hit, I started to work at home, and I still do. But the thing was that when that happened, I started to learn how to coupon. I coupon continuously. They call it the kind of like, you go crazy after these coupons, or you go crazy after these wonderful deals. And it's absolutely true. But it kind of allows me to get away, because I do have a husband. I do have a little one too. And oh my goodness, those moms, you know what I'm talking about when it drives you crazy. Or if you have a little one, siblings, etc. You know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Yeah. So I deal with my coping with stress was I inhale really great. Inhale and exhale. It helps you a lot, and you just say it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Because there's many times where I just want to go off, but I shouldn't. And there's many times where I just have to when I step out, I feel relief. I feel like when I go couponing, the best thing about it is having an adrenaline. I don't know for those who are couponers who may watch this, but I have an adrenaline when like I'm at the checkout, and the cashier is like ringing up your products or items, and ringing up your coupons next, and you see that either it applies or it doesn't apply. Like, you just start to have like that adrenaline rush, like, oh my gosh, did I do something wrong? Is it working? Etc. So yeah. I don't want this egg. Yeah, it's a little damaged. But ooh. It's okay. It still looks really good. Like that. Ooh. I don't want to drop it if I bring it up closer. Ooh. Mmm. So yeah, going forward, that's something how I've been coping with stress lately. It's just breathe in and breathe out and tell yourself It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Because sometimes you just need that reassurance to yourself, like, hey, you know, don't give up. It's okay. You are fine. You're all right. You know, it will go away. It's just a little, it just takes a little time, but it will go away. Don't stress over it, because trust me, when you start stressing, these gray hairs are going to start growing, and I have plenty. So yeah. So how do I have fun, or how do I find some kind of enjoyment? Lately, since with the whole pandemic and everything, it's been kind of rough. I'm planning on vacations with my husband because I have a few PTOs that I could use. My husband just has his PTOs for the year, so we got to make sure that you know, we use it wisely. So, but if we don't do vacations, how we kind of live our daily life, I don't do much fun besides just either watch TV. I hardly even watch TV, honestly. Oh, I started a TV show called Sex and the City. I'm kind of taking my time watching it right now. I've been so obsessed. I've watched the movies already, but I've started to watch the episodes or the seasons now. I think I'm on season 3, and I kid you not, it's a pretty wild thing. So yeah, it's pretty wild, but I'm enjoying watching the movie right now. I mean, seasons right now. So yeah. Sorry guys. So so yeah, I basically have it where I don't do much fun at home. Kind of just with my kid, and you know, watching after him, watching him grow in front of me has been such a truly blessing. Despite of the whole pandemic, I've been able to stay home with him for almost a year now. Ever since he was born, we brought him home and everything, and watching him grow has been such one of the what a blessing thing to see. Because I know that a lot of moms are not fortunate enough, you know, to stay home with their kid as much as they would want to. That doesn't mean I'm a stay-at-home mom. I do actually have a job. It's just right now with the whole pandemic, we haven't gone back into the office yet. So and there's no rush. I mean, I'm fine with it, you know. So yeah. So how would I like to make an impact? So let me take a bite. So, sorry, I only brought one napkin. How would I like to make an impact? Okay, sorry, you guys had to see that. How I would like to make an impact one day is you know, have people to know that I am someone who cares. I am someone who truly cares, because I think your feelings matter. I think that it's so important that people listen to you. And you know, I don't want you to ever feel like you're alone in this world. I want you to feel as if, you know, you are needed and you are wanted. I had a professor that told me one time, and she said to me, if you ever was wanting to, like, let's say suicide yourself, or, you know, hurt yourself for any sense of form of reason, you shouldn't. Why? It's because you're being selfish. You have your loved ones around you when they need you the most. And, you know, I know that you're going through a lot. A lot of people do. You're not the only one. A lot of people go through a lot in their own ways. People go through midlife crisis. You know, and that's something that is the absolute worst feeling ever. I don't know how long it takes for some people to get out of it. I've experienced people who has been in it for years, and they just can't seem to find a way out, no matter how much you would help or how much whatever you do. But I want you to know that don't be selfish of yourself, of, you know, thinking of anything that you shouldn't even be doing, because you matter. You really do matter. Even if people say, you know, you're a screw up, people say all these horrible things to you. I've heard it all. Trust me, it's horrible. And it sounds like more of a guy talk, honestly. I grew up around my brothers, so I don't know how to sugarcoat things. I am more a straightforward person. So, you know, I hope to impact that one day you would just look and think like, oh man, you know, Jennifer was absolutely right, you know? Or you know what, Jennifer's wordings or whatever it may be, that I could help you impact your life, that you shouldn't be doing what you shouldn't be doing, and you should live life continuously and make sure that you live it to your fullest. When people say that you should take the opportunity and live it to your fullest. Because you just don't want to regret anything in life. Now, the things that I am scared of, that's a good topic. Much. Now that is discreetly up to you. I am terrified of heights. I have a story about that. I think the highest I have ever been, well, I was a little kid, so I can't remember that. But the highest that I can remember, let me say it like that, was when I went to the Bass Pro Shop at Memphis, if you guys know what I'm talking about. It used to be like a boxing place or basketball. I think either or. I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified of heights. I went to the top, and you know how like there's a glasses, or there's like concrete, and then the other half's like glass. I'm pretty sure it could hold you. I'm pretty sure, you know, they have that for a reason. I would not walk the other half. My legs were shaky, my legs were stiff, my legs were like steady there. I did not move one bit. So yeah, that's something I am terrified of. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm scared of like other animals too. I don't like snakes. I don't know. I mean, I would be afraid of like lions and whatnot. I mean, they're beautiful, but just probably standing in front of one, I probably would be scared, like tigers and stuff like that too. But things that would be around me, heights is my biggest one. I'm okay to go on planes because I've been on planes for many years now. But you know, the thought process in the back of your mind, like, you know, your feet are not on the ground, does scare you. Different food groups or something that I eat. I can't even talk right now. I'm so focused into my food. Something that I dislike about like a certain food or things that I wouldn't prefer. So my friends know me. I hate tomatoes. I know you're probably wondering why. Oh my god. I don't know. I just like whenever you bite into it, I guess I don't like that smushy, gushy, little like seedy feeling. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just hate it. I don't know if I like if I like that that sourness from it. I mean, I like sour food. Does that make sense? I mean, I don't know. I just don't like tomatoes. When I used to work at Mickey first job, and I will ask for no tomatoes on my sandwich, and I used to have friends, family friends, who had tomatoes. Oh, not one, but two. And oh my goodness, I find it disgusting. I know it's weird. I don't mind eating spaghetti. I actually don't mind that. But I mean, it's kind of blended, you know. It has some seasoning, it makes it better, but it has like the noodles. I just can't eat tomatoes by itself. I don't know why. So every time my husband cooks me a burger, he knows to put no tomatoes, extra pickles. I love my pickles. So I could talk about one more topic. So lately, how do you feel the love and support? So with the past month, and still even now, I'm still very emotional about what has been going on in my life, that it's been hard to kind of express. I have a wonderful husband who is my supporting backbone so far. If it wasn't without him, I wouldn't be where I am today. He has just been my strength. He has just been everything that I could ever imagine. He really has been. I don't know if you'll ever watch this, but I truly do believe that, you know, God put people in your life for a reason. And he came into my life for almost 7 years now this year. And he has just been such a blessing to me. I wouldn't even know how to feel without him, honestly. Even right now, he's working right now, but I miss him every single day. And, you know, that's the support that I need from him, is that if I want to do things like this, like these mukbangs or my coupons or, you know, things like that, I make sure that I still have time for my family, though, don't get me wrong. But I do ask him, I'm like, hey, you know, how do you feel if I was to do things like this? Or how do you feel if I was to do this or that, you know? And he was just telling me his honest feeling. And I'll consider it, and, you know, we could reason it out. But, you know, I don't ever try to do anything without him, because I just feel like it's really important that, if we're committed to this relationship, he's included to majority of everything that I do. You know, our relationship is not perfect. I have issues like anybody else would out there. You know, I'm doing my absolute best with this, I guess you could say. You know, if you ever have a supporting backbone who you just can't live without, I guess, you know, I want to hear about it. I want to know, how do they become your supporting spouse, person, family members, anyone? Like, I have my parents, I have my siblings, I have my in-laws, and if it wasn't for them, you know, I don't know. I just feel so blessed and so grateful to have them. It's just, there's no words to basically put around it. There is and there isn't, you know what I mean? Like, there's wonderful things that you can always mention about it, but it's just like the emotions that when you know it's there, it's there. And that's just how you express it. But yeah, you know, I have such wonderful, blessed family members, friends that I have, that I can't even imagine, like, life without them now. So I just want to say thank you so much for tuning into my channel today. Again, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and comment below. I really want to hear your stories. I really want to hear the things that you have to express, or express yourself in general, because you shouldn't be unheard. I really want to, you know, talk with you. I really do. Don't get me wrong. I feel like reaching out to you would be a very wonderful thing, that if you're having a tough time, it's okay. We all had our tough times. If there's a way that I can help, let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, and I just hope to see you guys next time. Bye.